Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a video that I think I've been saying that I'm going to do this video for like maybe a year and a half to 2 years now, but it is my hair care routine. I'm gonna take you through everything I do for my hair to help it stay long and healthy, from washing, how I protect it at night, how I dry it, how I style it. We're gonna go over everything because the past couple years I've gotten so many compliments on my hair. To be completely transparent, my hair has always had zero problems growing. I've had super long hair since I was a kid, except right before dental school I did chop it off to my shoulders and I realized my hair is too thick for that hairstyle. So having it longer definitely helps, but I definitely feel like I have gotten really good at taking care of my hair. I have very minimal breakage. Every time I go get it cut, they're like, do we even need to cut it? And I also think I've really figured out how to style it so it looks really healthy and it's easy for me to just maintain from day to day. Some of the stuff in this video will be super obvious, but I hope maybe there's like a couple tips and tricks in there on keeping your hair nice and healthy. So first, let's talk about washing. So I wash my hair about twice a week. It used to be more like 1 to 2 times a week, but ever since I started running, I really need to wash my hair after I run. So really, however many times I run during a week is how many times I'm washing my hair. Hair training, or the idea that you can kind of train your hair to be able to wash less over time, has been disproven. If you feel like you need to wash your hair every other day, do what you gotta do. As long as you're properly hydrating your hair in between, it really doesn't matter how often you're washing it. For me, it's just a pain to wash it every single day or even every other day, so I try to wash it as little as I can. Also on the day-to-day, I usually just throw my hair up in a claw clip because I need my hair out of my face and out of the way for work anyway, so it doesn't really matter how it looks like. And I'm only styling it maybe twice a week. So let's jump in to my washing routine. Okay, so I just got back from a run, which means my hair is ready to be washed. So I always double shampoo because I feel like the first shampoo, you're really getting all of the oil and buildup out of your hair. I do use dry shampoo on most days, so I definitely always have a little bit of buildup. And then the second shampoo just makes your hair feel extra clean. So excuse my crusty bottles. But for my first shampoo, I either use a clarifying shampoo. This is the L'Oreal EverPure. I really like this one. It just makes your hair feel really clean. Or I use the Head & Shoulders Dandruff shampoo. I use this at least once a week just because I do get a little bit of dandruff from time to time, and this just kind of keeps it at bay. And then with both rounds of the shampoo, I use one of the little scalp massagers, and this feels so good. It just helps you really get in there and get your hair nice and lathered up. So I got one of these like 2 years ago and I've been loving it. And then for my second shampoo, this is what I will usually use. Sometimes I'll use the clarifying shampoo first and then the dandruff shampoo second, so it just depends. But I started using this again recently and I forget why I ever stopped using it. This is the Redken All Soft, and this giant bottle is like 50 bucks, but it's lasted me so long, especially since on the second shampoo, the hair lathers so much easier. You don't even use very much of this, but highly recommend the Redken All Soft. I'm actually buying the conditioner version because I just need a new conditioner and I love how this feels. And then once every 2 weeks or so, I add in just a little bit of blonde shampoo into my second shampoo, just like a little drop, because I'm more of like a neutral blonde. I'm not super cool toned or anything. So I've been using the Joico one for a while. It's not strong enough where it actually turns my hair purple. I have seen some that do that, but it's just enough that it kind of keeps the brassiness out for my blondes. Then occasionally I will use a scalp scrub. This is the one that my mom got me, but it's pretty good. It actually like suds up a little bit. It's the Christophe Robin, but I feel like I only use this like very occasionally, especially now that I'm using my clarifying shampoo a little bit more. I don't find the need to use a scalp scrub as much. Moving on to conditioner, I kind of do like 2 regular conditioners and then like a hair mask, really just whenever I feel like I'm needing a hair mask. So I am like basically out of this. This is the Redken Color Extend conditioner. I literally like can't get any more out of this. So that's why I just purchased the Redken All Soft conditioner because I like the All Soft a little bit better. I bought the smaller bottle just because I kind of like to switch up my conditioners a little bit more. So this lasted me so long. And then for my hair mask, I use the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair hair mask. I do really like this one as well. Mine is like so crusty from being in the shower, so I apologize. But I just use this kind of like I would a conditioner after I shampoo, and then I just leave it in while I wash my body, shave, do whatever I need to do. I do have the K18, which is proven to actually like repair hair damage, but I am so lazy about using this. I've probably only used it like 2 or 3 times. It's just a pain to use it. You have to shampoo, then basically towel dry your hair. Then you have to leave it in for at least 4 minutes and it doesn't like feel really good. And then you can actually put in conditioner after it. You just have to leave it in for at least 4 minutes. I learned about that from Abby Young. Highly recommend recommend her channel for hair stuff. She's a trichologist, which is like a hair scientist, but I learned a lot of things from her channel, so I do recommend checking it out. She taught me about the K18, and I wish I wasn't too lazy to use this because I do think it's effective. I just don't use it very much. Okay, we are all clean and showered. After I rinse all the conditioner out and wring most of the moisture out of my hair, I leave my hair in this microfiber hair towel, and I leave it in for at least a few minutes while it can soak up a lot of the moisture. It also is just nice and gentle on your hair. And here's what we are left with. Do I secretly have curly hair? We don't know. Since your hair is always more delicate after a shower and it's all wet, I always brush through with a wide tooth comb. This is where I also do a lot of my shedding. Then I also do my hair part. This time I part it down the middle, and then I just make sure we're all brushed out. All right, then I always put some sort of leave-in spray in my hair after the shower. I have the L'Oreal EverPure 21-in-1 color caring spray. It's a detangler, adds shine, heat protectant, all of that stuff. I used to use the Pureology version of this, and honestly, I think I liked that one a little bit better, but this one is like a third of the price. So, you know. Really, I recommend both of them, but I think next time I'll probably buy the Pureology. So I just give a couple good sprays into my hair. Then I also add just like a couple sprays to the palm of my hand and then kind of distribute it that way, because sometimes I don't feel like the spray really gets to where it needs to be. So I mostly focus this on my ends, but I do take it up the hair a little bit as well. Okay, that is everything I do after my hair is wet. Sometimes I just kind of like make sure there's a little volume in the roots so that it doesn't fall flat. And then I let it air dry for like a little bit, and then we will style it. Next, in terms of styling, I try to always style my hair after I wash it, because if I don't, when my hair air dries, it just feels a little bit more dry and brittle on the ends, even if I use after shower products. So I always just prefer to style it. I just feel like the ends stay better. The way that I go to sleep every night makes sure I wake up every day with like some curl, so it just looks better if I style it and I'm just done with it. And I've gotten to a place where I can style my hair with my Shark Flexstyle in 15 minutes flat, so it's really not that big of a time commitment. Let's jump into styling. Okay, I hope this camera angle's okay, but it is time now to style my hair. It's been maybe an hour, and the lovely thing about the Arizona desert is that my hair can actually dry because it's not that humid. So if I'm ever in a humid climate, my hair literally just does not dry. So you can see she's got some volume, some frizz. I'm gonna start out by spraying the Tresemme heat protectant. Even though my leave-in conditioner says it has heat protectant, I just, I like to douse my hair in this too. So I do try to do this every time I wash my hair, regardless if I really feel like my hair needs to be styled or not, because when I let my hair air dry, my hair just doesn't ever feel super clean. It always feels like a little bit more greasy, and I have actually heard some people talk about how blow drying your hair actually does help it accumulate less oil. Again, something else I learned from Abby Young's YouTube channel. So I am going to be using my Shark Flexstyle. I did a video on this versus the Dyson Airwrap a couple videos ago, and I ended up returning my Dyson and keeping my Shark. I love her. And after that video, I did cut like 3 inches off my hair. It's like mostly grown back. My hair just grows so fast. But my hair is holding a little bit better now that it's a tiny bit shorter. So when my hair gets too long, it definitely doesn't hold as well. But I can basically style my whole head with my Shark Flexstyle in 15 minutes flat. I try to time it like every time I do it, and it literally only takes me 15 minutes. And then my hair just has this nice blowout, healthy, shiny, somewhat curled look for the rest of the time. Until my next hair wash, like I can literally go like 4 days with my hair just looking basically perfect every day. So the 15 minutes it takes to just dry my hair is so worth it. Also, before I go on any trip, I always do this because then I barely need to style my hair while I'm on my trip. First, I'm just gonna blow dry the roots a little bit to just get a little bit more volume, and also it just like always stays a little bit more wet back there, but you don't want it to be fully dry. Okay, so it's about like 80 to 90% dry. Maybe a little bit more dry than I would normally like to, but I just dried very quickly today. Then I separate my hair into 3 sections, and I clip up the top so she's nice and out of the way, and then split it onto either side. And then I always brush it out before I do the curls. This is my favorite hairbrush. I have 2 of them. They're the Tangle Teasers. They're so gentle on your hair. They're also really easy to clean. So even though my hair is still a little bit delicate because it's not fully dry, I know it's not going to damage it. All right, and then we start flex styling. So this curls my hair, but also dries it the rest of the way. And I also feel like I get significantly less heat damage using this versus a regular curling iron, because the heat from drying just isn't as much as when you're using a curling iron. And listen, like I max out my curling iron. We use it at like 450 degrees. So even the max heat here doesn't feel nearly as hot, and my hair actually still feels healthy after using this. So basically I take little sections. You're gonna wanna take smaller sections if your hair is really long like mine. And then I will show you, I turn this on, but I hold it towards the end. I also curl away from my face. So on this side, I use the counterclockwise, and on the right, I use the clockwise. And I hold it towards the end and I let it kind of catch the end of my hair. And then I kind of guide it up, cool shot it for a couple seconds, then let it go, and it's a nice little curl. So let me show you. And then I turn it off before I let it go, and it comes out in this nice little curl. And I do not brush them out, honestly, for a while. So let me do another section. Okay, so we did 4 sections on this side, and then I blast each section with just a little hairspray. So this is the Extra Hold Tresemme hairspray. I've been using this hairspray for years, and I just kind of do like a little bit, not enough to where it gets crusty, but it still holds a little. And I just kind of let those be. I still can brush my hair out with this hairspray. It's not like too crunchy. It really works, it's affordable. I've been using the hairspray since like probably middle school for all my ballet recitals and whatnot. So now let's curl the other side. So I'm gonna show you what happens when I take slightly too big of a section. So you kind of have to feel around with what size section works for you, but I know this section is going to be too big, and you'll see it kind of struggles to grab onto my hair at the end, and then it doesn't all fit on the wand because Shark doesn't have extra long barrels. No matter how many times I ask, they won't make the extra long barrels. I wish that they would. Like, they spend so much time coming out with like pink, sparkly rhinestone flex styles. Like, why would I care? This is not an accessory. I want long barrels, but no, they won't. So anyways, we'll just stop complaining about that. So you can see how some of the curl got pushed off of the curling part. So it's definitely still like curled, but just from experience, that curl is not going to last quite as long as the other ones. I'm not gonna bother redoing this because I don't really actually have any reason to be doing my hair today. I'm just doing it for this video, so. And then one other thing I like to do is I have like these little like kind of baby hair pieces up in the front. I like to curl those kind of separately, and it just like smooths them out a little bit. And don't worry if it looks crazy, it won't. It'll calm down. Okay, then I couldn't do this when my hair was shorter, but now that my hair is longer again, I put the rest of my hair in the back, and then I bring the second layer in the front, and I will clip away the very top layer. I truly do not understand how some people curl all their hair in one layer. I just like could never. All right, let me give it a little brush. You see my hair gets blonder as we go up. Sometimes I will re-spritz a little bit just because this is the middle layer, and I don't know how much heat protectant it got. Plus, making the hair a little bit more wet, I feel like makes the curls last a little longer. To the last layer, I put those curls behind my back, and I do try to do the smallest sections for this last layer just because it's the top layer, you want it to look the best. I also make this layer the smallest anyway, so it's pretty easy to do. The curls are all done, so they look crazy right now. So basically I'll kind of just let them cool like this for as long as I can before brushing them out. Sometimes I will very, very gently brush them out with a hairbrush, but most of the time I just kind of brush them out with my fingers, and I don't put any oil or anything on my hair until right before bed. I just don't really feel like I need it. Honestly, I feel like my hair looks pretty shiny already and the ends are pretty healthy, and the oil can kind of just weigh my hair down, and I already have a lot of hair that doesn't really love to hold curl that well, so I just try to do whatever I can to make it hold. Okay, it's been a little bit. So now I'm just going to brush it out with my fingers a little bit. And here we are. I think my curls are a little bit less curly than usual today, just because my hair did dry a little bit too much before I used the Flexstyle. But I still like it this way. I like the voluminous blowout look more than I like the super tight curl look. So yeah, that's everything I do to style. We'll check in tonight to see how I preserve everything and keep my hair healthy while I sleep. And then my in-between wash routine. I'm definitely a dry shampoo girly, but I've gone through a lot of dry shampoos. So let's talk about what I do every night before bed to kind of keep my hair going in between washes. So this is day one, but this is basically what I do every single night. So first of all, my hair does get oily, so I like to use a dry shampoo, and I use it every night so that it absorbs the oils while I'm asleep, so that I don't wake up to greasy hair, and it kind of blends in overnight instead of having a white cast all the time. Although this one doesn't have a huge white cast. I had looked for a good dry shampoo that was non-aerosol for a long time. The aerosol ones barely have any product in them, and you're just breathing in so much. I breathe in enough hairspray. I don't want to breathe in my dry shampoo every day either. This one's actually super affordable. I think it's $15, and I've had this for months now. I can look back and see when I actually purchased this, but this has lasted longer than any aerosol dry shampoo I've ever had. It has so much product in here because all of this product gets used. It's not like the aerosol where most of the can is just aerosol, but it's not super annoying to apply. I kind of shake it up a little bit so that it doesn't all get packed down. And then I just kind of hold my hair up, and it just kind of evenly spritzes out. So I just think it's such an easy, nicely distributed way to apply. I've had powder dry shampoos before that just all collect in one area. Then I get underneath the roots a little bit. So it's not enough dry shampoo that you really see it, but it's enough that I know when I get a little oily overnight, it'll be okay. And then I do put a little bit of oil in my hair overnight. I like the Olaplex bonding oil. I have tried other oils, but I like how this one comes out. I just like how it is. So I use just a couple drops, rub it in my hands, and then just kind of apply it to the ends. And those 2 to 3 drops is plenty for all of my hair. Okay, then I'm ready to put my hair up for bed. I don't leave my hair down when I sleep because it gets tangled, it can get damaged, caught on things. I used to put it in a low pony, but then I still feel my hair on my back while I sleep, and it just really bothers me. And then I used to put it up in a little Cindy Lou Who ponytail at the top of my head, but the ponytail would still kind of be around. So the recent thing that I've been doing, and this is my favorite by far, is I kind of gather my hair up, again, kind of like I'm doing a ponytail on the top of my head. And then I very just loosely turn it. And we do a super loose bun. And then I just take one of these kind of small little clips, just clip it in one spot, and boom. That's how it is all night. Not only does this stay out of the way, you don't feel it at all because where you are on your pillow, it's just resting on the pillow. It doesn't get in the way. And then when I wake up, my hair is still curled because it's curled in this bun. It's the best thing. All right, I'm gonna check in when I wake up to show you how that handled overnight. Okay, here we are. This is how the hair looks after a night of tossing and turning because I didn't sleep that well last night. I blame it on my self-tan. Whenever I self-tan, I just know I'm gonna get a little worse sleep, but okay, but the clip is still there, so we take her out. As soon as your hair is curled once, it just holds all other curls so much better. So literally, it looks like this. When I wake up, I know that doesn't look that cute right now, but when I brush it out, this is more curled than when I went to bed last night. So it's almost like a heatless curl, except it's not challenging. I still have not mastered normal heatless curls. I would love to do that, but I also just wear my hair up most of the day. So anyways, I don't do anything more with it. I don't add any more oil or dry shampoo. Normally we just put it up in a clip because I'm going to the gym. I find that clips are actually really good for the hair because you're not like putting as much tension as a ponytail. Unfortunately, I do store my hair in a ponytail when I go on runs, but when I just go to the gym, this just like doesn't pull on anything. So you're not pulling on your hair too much. Anyways, that's it. That's what I do every night and every morning for my hair. I also will very occasionally use a scalp serum. I have this scalp serum from Way, and honestly, it just kind of smells good, feels good, and I usually use it the night before I know I'm going to wash my hair the next day, just because I don't really feel like it really dries completely, and your hair just kind of looks like it has product in it. I can't really say if I attribute any of my hair growth to that, because again, my hair always kind of grows, but it is something that I use. It smells good, it feels good, and it may be helping. And the last thing I sometimes use is an oil treatment before washing. I kind of use this instead of like a hair mask. I just apply some oil to the ends and then I throw my hair up during my workout, kind of let that sit, and that also helps your hair not to dry out in the shower. A lot of the shampoos that we use in the shower can be pretty stripping to the ends of the hair, and the oil kind of protects that from stripping it fully. So that's what I use. I'd say I use that maybe once or twice a month. I probably could use it more, but again, I'm kind of happy with how my hair feels right now, so I haven't really needed it a lot. And I guess truly lastly, what I do to my hair, usually I would say between 2 to 3 times a year. I really don't like getting my hair done. I hate sitting in the chair. I hate it. It's just not something I like to do, so I try to go as minimally as possible. I haven't done anything to my hair in probably a good like 3 to 4 months, but I do get a partial highlight. So everything coming out of my head right now is my natural color. I try to keep it pretty minimal on the highlights. I was like bleach blonde as a kid, and now I'm like more of like a dirty blonde, but I just like to have a little highlight in there. Then I also get some longer layers. Usually I get a little trim, but sometimes my hair just gets so long that I have to get like a couple inches off every time I go because it just grows. Then I also get it kind of cut and tapered up to the front so that these front pieces just curl around my face a little bit more. Okay, that is everything I do with my hair. I hope that helps answer your questions because I'm always getting questions and compliments about my hair, which I do appreciate. I do like my hair. It's one of my favorite features about myself. So if you have any additional questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. And now when people ask me if I have a hair routine, I can finally send them this video so it doesn't feel like I'm like gatekeeping my hair routine. It's really not anything too complicated. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know if you have any other video requests in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!